Just got a Moxin installed on this E-Ride 2.0. It's already tuned. I'm just gonna run through the tune with you guys in case you are looking to tune your E-Ride 2.0 with the Moxin. So we need to get into the settings menu. Let me see if I can make it easier to read. Rated current, keep it 200 amps. Low G phase I have set to 200 amps. This is your low mode. Your medium power mode, 450 amps. Your high power mode, 730 amps. This is for your regen brake. The strength of it set to 200 amps. This is your low speed regen brake current. Set that to 100 amps. Battery cutoff, 100 amps. Battery discharge, 175 amps. That is going to differ between bikes. If you have a 3.0 or an SR or a Sur-Ron, this value will be different for each bike. Battery CHG, battery charging current. This is how much current the battery can take in. If you set this to 100, that allows you to get into wheelie mode. So if you want wheelie mode, you must set that to 100. Regen torque, this is engine brake pretty much, off throttle regen torque. I have that set to 0 for none. Reluctance, this is an IPM motor, so we need to set that to 30, just like it states in the description. Drive mode, torque, that's going to be what you're used to the most. The E-Ride Pros use an encoder, so we have this motor sensor set to encoder. Minimum battery voltage, it's a 72 volt battery. We have it set to 61 volts. Max battery voltage, we have set to 84.2 because it is a 72 volt. Speed calibration, you'll have to do this on your own. Just follow the instructions on the screen and it'll get your speed calibrated. Field weakening, they call low G RPM or RPM setting. You can change it per mode. So in our low mode, we have it set to 100, which is no field weakening. Middle mode, we have set to 150%, so a little bit of field weakening, give you a little higher top speed. High G RPM, we have set to 200%. That's the maximum. We want all of it. This is throttle sensitivity. It comes at 12. I like 10 better, so I set it to 10 for all the modes. Reverse speed, 20%. You really don't need to be going any faster in reverse than that. Throttle protect on. This protects you from runaway throttles. Temp sensor in this motor for the E-Ride 2.0 is the KTY 83122. So we have that set and reads correctly. Our motor direction is forward. Throttle start and throttle full. This will differ based on your bike, as well as a left brake start and left brake full. Watch my other Moxin tuning video. I tell you how to tune your throttle. Overheat current limiting. So this is going to cut power when it reaches 212 degrees Fahrenheit. The bike will completely cut power when you reach 230 degrees Fahrenheit. That's the OVT power cut. Wheelie direction, this is basically controller orientation. We have that set to direction 1. And for most bikes that this is going to be going on, having the controller face forward and upright is going to be direction 1. Control angle 0. This zeros your controller's angle. Minimum wheelie we have set to 10. Maximum wheelie, this really depends on what battery you're running. If you're running a stock battery, you want to keep this between 50 and 55 degrees. It doesn't matter what bike. If you're running a stock battery, do not go higher than 55 degrees. Wheelie dampening, also called wheelie current on some models. We have that set to 400. It just smooths out the wheelie mode a good bit. If you notice vibrations in wheelie mode, you want to lower this current, probably 20 amps at a time. Wheelie descent control, I like to set this at as high as it will go. I'm not a fan of the descent control, so setting it to its highest number will get rid of it, or at least let it intervene the least. Self-learning, this is how you calibrate your motor. You must save all your other settings before running the self-learning or the controller angle 0, or else your other settings will not save. Frequency, leave that at 20 kilohertz. Brake signal, keep that on low active. Tilt protection, close. Button use, regen park. Gear setting, keep that on push mode. Battery series, this depends on what voltage your battery is. For 72-volt batteries, it's 20. Startup UI is just the screen that comes on when you turn your controller on. Pole pairs, this motor has 5 motor pole pairs. Fan speed, keep that at 25. Sensorless, we're not running a sensorless configuration, so this doesn't matter. E-brake boost, I always keep this at 0. This is your preferred unit. We're in America, we're used to mile an hour in Fahrenheit, so we keep that at mile an hour Fahrenheit. Knob set, this kind of disables wheelie mode, but if you turn it off, it will still show your angle. If you want to see what angle inclines you're going up, this is good for that. Throttle delay, I have that set to 50 milliseconds, and wheelie vibration, set that to 1. If you press and hold M, you'll save your settings, and the controller will reboot. And that's pretty much it. You can see she runs smooth. And those are just the settings we've used on this customer's eRide Pro 2.0. If you're looking to figure out how to do the self-learning or the angle calibration to get your tilt number here, watch my other video on the Moxin tuning, and it explains all those settings a lot more in depth.